It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, June 3rd, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Friday morning, June the 3rd, 2016. No High School graduation class of 2016. Here are your news and eyes that are top right at 7:01 in the morning time is in Tokyo, where a missing 7-year-old boy was found unharmed after searchers spent a nearly a week calming death forest on the northern Japanese island, Hokkaido officials said Friday. Washington. Democrats in Washington have begun discussing how to encourage Senator Bernie Sanders to end this campaign without alienating its legions of supporters as party leaders grow eager to unite the party beyond Hillary Clinton and provide. Army teams and other emergency crews searched along the Fort Hood Creek for 4 soldiers still missing from a truck that overturned in the Swiftwater, killing at least 5 and injuring 3. Paul D. Ryan, the House Speaker, complained how he came to endorse Donald J. Trump for president, saying that he had begun to find common ground on policies. Caracas, Venezuela. A throng of protesters demanding food made a run for a Venezuelan presidential palace on Thursday night. A rare, apparently spontaneous outburst of anger at the socialist administration within the heart of Caracas. Los Angeles. Medics sucker the gunman opened fire and murder-suicide at UCLA, left behind a trail of evidence that left investigators to another victim. In Paris, after more than 1,000 migrants drowned in the Mediterranean this week while seeking passage to Europe, another boat packed with a significant number of capsized Friday south of Crete, the Greek Coast Guard announced. Paris, the latest unflooded net affected parts of Europe, as a beekeeper has been reported missing in the east of Belgium, being swept away while trying to save his lives of hives from resin waters. London, leading the European Union, would be an act of economic self-harm, as British Prime Minister David Cameron said during a televised grilling that saw him challenge on the emotional topic of immigration that accused of scaremongering. 3 Syrian men were arrested on Thursday in Germany on suspicion of planning a terror attack in Dusseldorf on behalf of ISIS, as the German Attorney's General Office said. Washington, the new State Department report showed that the number of terror-related attacks around the world dropped by 13% in 2015. Thanks to the Salvation Army, young women would provide coffee and donuts to World War I trips as a morale so we all get a day dedicated to fried dough, dessert, or breakfast snack, or donuts. Protesters outside a rally for Donald J. Trump on Thursday in San Jose, California. In the video posted over Memorial Day weekend, several Michigan high school students joked about what they would do to become president in 2040. When a 4-pound gorilla grabbed the 3-year-old boy at the Cincinnati Zoo, the sharpshooter who killed the ape wasn't from the police. Gannett Committee seized the vote on a board director nominee by Tribune Publishing Company shareholders on Thursday that claimed that the publisher of the Los Angeles Times and Chicago Tribune should engage with in acquisition talks. McDonald's looking for a new home and it may find one in Oprah Winfrey's old Chicago studios. The Big Mac maker has advanced talk to the developer Sterling Bay to create a 300,000 square foot campus in Chicago as its new headquarters. Singapore Tokyo as it shares events on Friday as the traders awaited U.S. jobs data later in the day with subdued activity in many markets underscoring an investor awareness over the rise of prospects of the near-term Federal Reserve rate hike. Bill Stoner, communication manager for Exxon Quad Cities Generating Station in Cordova, talks Thursday about the community's announcement that will move forward to shut down the Quad Cities and Clinton, Illinois nuclear plants. Stavanger, Norway. Norwegian Energy Company Statoil started awarded a $72 million contract to build the platforms of the giant offshore Johan Sverdrup field. Dublin, Ireland. The response to the latest offers in the threat to the contaminated oil and gas potential of the Irish coast has been significant, the government said. Houston. Rig Services Company Schoenberger said the acquisition of Houston-based system of the company is a part of a long-term strategy to build depth in service. Attleboro, Thursday night, 52nd annual Bishop Fiend commencement was a bursary that is required to admire Sergeant Attleboro phrase it. That's because the event marked 2 begins then. Ended both of the Catholic schools graduating class of 2016 as well as one of the school's most distinguished alumni, longest serving educator, Fiend President Christopher Servat. Servat, who was 67, will be retired. June 30, gave his final commencement address during the gathering at McGrath Stadium. The commencement of both graduates and alumni reminiscent about their high school memories and expressed their gratitude toward the Fiend community, especially the class of the 1966 whose members received gold employment honor in their 50th anniversary. Serving a member of class Described his memories as a student in high school when there were only 12 faculty members. Graduation parties in Europe in the Ann Arbor area. Boston. A former state prosecutor claims that she was paid less than the male attorneys working in the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office because her gender was rejected by a federal jury. The Boston Globe reports that the Boston federal court jury returned an unanimous verdict Thursday rejecting Christina Cordes' allegation of discrimination, retaliation, and violation of state and federal equal pay laws against her former employee. Cordes filed a lawsuit in March 2015 following her termination. Cordes fired at Alicia Boosfield, expedited Terry toward John 12, the district attorney Daniel Cummins, chief staff during the September 2014 going away party for a co-worker. Boston officials say Massachusetts experienced a large surge in the number of immigrants applied for U.S. citizenship in the state so far this year. When the resist Governor Strickland calls to the pay force, they fought today had found the ruins of long forgotten civilization on the shores of the Greek on South Coast. 3 weeks ago, some more than 30 scientists and entrepreneurs and policy leaders held an invitational and closed-door meeting at Harvard University to discuss ambitious plans to create a synthetic human genomes. A new radio map attributed with the data from a very large array in New Mexico shows that the movement of ammonium gas in the Palean atmosphere. A higher stroke rate, not difference in the carriers after the stroke, and is reason why middle-aged black Americans are more likely to die from a stroke than whites, and new studies suggest. Weight loss surgery means significantly lower obese. People's risk of prematurity have reduced steady fats. Most children of concussion go first to the primary care provider rather than an emergency department treatment. A new study shows what killed Prince was no longer a mystery. The legendary singer died from an accidental overdose that opioid fentanyl. A medical examiner concluded. Alright, take a look at stocks at 708. Dow futures up 5 at 17,830. S&P 5 down 50 cents at 2103 and a quarter. And Nasdaq futures down 4.45 at 520 and a quarter. European markets next. Up 57.94 points at 10,265.95 at DSE, up 6.86 points at 6,246.47. CAC 40. CAC up 232 points at 4,487.32. Asian markets, Nikkei 79.16 points up at 6642.23. Shanghai up 12.95 points at 2,938.18. HSI up 8.02 points at 20,947.24. US markets down up 40.89 points, 17,830.56. SP 500. 2105.26 and Nasdaq 4,971.36. Oil markets 49.17. Brent 50.06 up 2 cents and Nasdaq 2.437 up 2,000 points. Gold 1.5 up 12.14.10. Silver up 65,000 points at 16.09 and copper 2.115 at 4,000 points up. Bonds down 19,000 points at 1.7921. Bund 10 yield down 18,000 points at 9.4% and Japanese 10 yield 1.75% up at negative 109%. FX bonds, European US dollar down 7,000.1.1142. US dollar WTN down 100 point at 108.84. And Great Britain US dollar down 1,400.1.4408. Wait, look at that commodities. Wheat 485 and a half unchanged. Soybean 11.59 and 3/4 up 15 and a half. Corn unchanged at 4.15 and a quarter. Sugar up 29 cents at $18.29. Coffee up 40 cents at 123.40. Cotton up 61 cents at $16.48. Rough rice up 4 cents at 11.41. And cocoa up 3.61. Live cattle 117.65. Lean hogs 82.025 and FD cattle 146.40. Peter Cello News Time 7:10 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for Spot Report. The Boston Red Sox bats were framing, but the pitching wasn't as they fall to the Baltimore Orioles 12-7, and the North Lancers baseball team defeat the Norwell Clippers yesterday in 8 innings in an MLB Division III South first round game, 2-1 in Norwell, and they'll await the winner of today's Situate Medway game. And the goal save was defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers 104-89. Tacoma, Washington, despite winning 2 Cy Young and awards and 3 World Series rings, Team Lincoln and the Dodgers have been nervous in his first comeback start with the AAA Salt Lake Bees. Tom Brady, an athlete university associated with his ability on a football field, was once a promising baseball player, recognized the potential of the 17-year-old catcher at the Montreal Expos, selected him in the 18th round in the 1995 Major League Draft. Peter Cello News Time, 7:10 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a Trevor Report. Let's start off down in Rhode Island, where It's looking at that ways and about ways the Ocean State. And in the Cape, 20 on the southbound side of Ward Bridge, a little support, 20 saloon from Borden Falmouth, Route 6 saloon from Saginaw to Orleans, 95 on the northbound side, so with the Depository to Norwood, all the way at the Route 129 cat to Route 24, and the northbound side, so from 139 and Southern all the way at the Route 128 cat to San Francisco Expressway to the northbound side, so from Quincy all the way at the Dorchester, 120 and the northbound side, so from 135 and then up all the way at the Route 9 in Wellesley. Mass Park to the eastbound side, it is slow after 128 and western all the way at the Newton and then the Nebraska for also Bar Charles to Boston University. 93 is southbound side of it, so from Bedford all the way at the Zachem Bridge. Route 1 is southbound side is so from Route 16 in Revere all the way at the Route 93 in Charleston. Route 2 in the eastbound side is also around the Belmont Cambridge stretch. Route 120 is southbound side, so from Route 3 built all the way at the Route 2 in Lexington and 139,395 looking good from 120 to the New Hampshire border. 495 is looking from Newburyport all the way at to Wareham. But otherwise, Mass Park looking from Framingham all the way out to Stockbridge. Highways and byways of Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine out looking good. I-87 to the southbound side, a little slow just after the Canadian border. New York State 3, it's a little slow just around the Syracuse stretch around 690 west of Syracuse. But otherwise, New York State 4 is looking from New York all the way down for the Pennsylvania border. And out in Connecticut, I-91 is southbound side, a little slow from 291 in New Hartford to I-84 to the eastbound side, so from New Britain all the way to downtown Hartford. Route 2 and the northbound side, a little slow around I-84 to the east Hartford. I-84 at both ends, a little slow after Route 8 in Torrington. I-84 to the westbound side, stop go from Newtown to Darrenburg. I-7 and Route 7 and southbound side, a little slow around Darrenburg stretch. Merritt Parkway, westbound side, it is so from Bridgeport to Norwalk. 95 to the southbound side, so from Bridgeport to Norwalk. Lions Expressway to the westbound side, it is so Queens to Midtown Manhattan. Belt Parkway, it's slow from Hempstead all the way at the JFK Airport. 69 on the northbound side, so from JFK Airport all the way at the Flushing. Grand Central Parkway, a little slow on the westbound side around the LaGuardia Airport. 278 on the eastbound side, it's so from Staten Island all the way at the Brooklyn and Lincoln Tunnel, it's logo. 95 on both ends, off in the Bronx to the George Washington Bridge, and 95 northbound, so around I-80 in New Jersey. Jersey Turnpike, a little slow from 78 all the way at the Meadowlands on the northbound side. 79 in the eastbound side, a little slow before 287. Jersey Turnpike is moving from New York all the way down for Wildwood, and Garden State Park is moving from New York all the way down for Wildwood, and Jersey Turnpike is moving from New York all the way at the Delaware border. 676 on the westbound side, a little slow around in the Center City of Philadelphia. 95 on the southbound side, it's slow from Levittown to Center City of Philadelphia, and 76 on the westbound side, and it's slow from Philadelphia all the way at to King of Prussia. Okay, look at MBTA alerts at 7:14. Subway system is looking good. Fitchburg train 408, 7:18 a.m. in Boston expected to operate. There is scheduled between Fitchburg and North Station to make only scheduled stops. Fitchburg train 401, 6 a.m. at Boston operating. There is scheduled between Porter Square and Fitchburg. Stoughton train 900, 6 a.m. inbound from Stoughton is canceled today. And the next inbound train will be 902, 6:45 a.m. from Stoughton and the ferries out. Looking good. Peter Chilton News Time, 7:14 and on this Friday morning, it's time now for a weather report. Currently, not near at 62 degrees overcast skies. Humidity 8%. Wind speed 17 above Celsius. Barometer 3.08 inches. 2.56 degrees. And visibly at 10 miles an hour. Alright, take a look at current conditions around the region. It's 58 degrees in Boston, 57 in Beverly, 61 in Bedford. It's 60 in Fitchburg, 60 in Worcester, 61 in Springfield, and in Hartford. And in Winslow, and it's 61 in Meriden, 62 in New Haven, and Bridgeport. It's 57 in Block Island, it's 60 in Westerly, 61 in Providence, 61 in Norwood, 62 in Taunton, it's 60 out in New Bedford, it's 58 in Plymouth, it's 58 in Montauk, 63 in Nislip, 61 in New York City, 63 in Albany, 65 in Silver Springs, 60 in Rutland, Vermont, 58 in Keene, Hampshire, 55 in Laconia, New Hampshire, 56 in Concord, Manchester, and Nashville, New Hampshire, 55 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 56 degrees up in Portland, Maine. Alright, take a look at service map around the country. Shows a station front from California stretching all the way down. Idaho merging with cold front from Wyoming down for South Dakota, merging with a low pressure from South Dakota with a pink front from the Dakotas up to Saskatchewan, and warm front from South Dakota all the way down from Minnesota, down for Iowa, down for northeastern portion of Minnesota. Followed from southeastern Kansas down for Oklahoma, followed from northern Louisiana down for Georgia. And another followed with a from 75 to down for Arizona, down for Gulf of California. 2 low pressures between it from California down for Utah. And we got low pressure around Wyoming and a front from Washington down for Oregon. Warm front off the British coming down off the Washington, Oregon coast. And cold front stretching from northern Mexico down for Texas. But a warm front from Oklahoma stretching on Arkansas. Station front down to Tennessee. And a cold front from Kentucky stretching on Ohio down for western Pennsylvania, upstate New York. And up to Quebec. And then a pink front stretching on Quebec. And a warm front from eastern Quebec down for New Brunswick. And down for Nova Scotia. And we got high pressure ridges in the Northern Great Lakes, Colorado, Idaho, Washington State, and a high pressure ridge around the eastern seaboard. 62 degrees of temperature out of Detroit. It's 66 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Washington, D.C., 70 in Atlanta, Georgia. It's 80 in Miami, Florida. It's 68 in Brownsville, Texas, 69 in Dallas, Texas, 63 in Kansas City, 61 in Omaha, Nebraska, 56 in Chicago, 61 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 51 in Great Falls, Montana, 57 in Seattle, 56 in San Francisco, 59 in Los Angeles, it's 86 in Phoenix, 65 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 79 degrees in Las Vegas, and 60 degrees in Denver, Colorado, and Salt Lake City, Utah. Alright, looking at radar and it shows take a look at radar and it shows some little rain showers around south of Carpenter, New Hampshire, to north of Hicks, New Hampshire. Little line of rain showers west of Rochester, New Hampshire. Line of rain showers southeast of Jeffrey, New Hampshire, stretch to the Neon. West of Leominster and stretch to the Anna Ware, and stretch around Amherst and Anna Holyoke. Zooming in you, and it shows a spotty band of heavy rain showers around Wellville and around Ashburnham down to South Ashburnham north of Whitmanville, and also a dab of heavy rain showers just around the Gardner city limits. And we got another band of heavy rain showers. Zooming in, and it shows it's raining around Cold Spring and Bondsville, Massachusetts, and around Whipples, Massachusetts, and heavy rain north of Ludlow Center and northeast of Ludlow, just north of the Pike. And down in Connecticut, where we're seeing some patchy rain showers around from Coventry, Connecticut, stretching in Chaplin, Connecticut, down from Brooklyn, Connecticut, and stretching on Clayville, Rhode Island. And there's a line of rain showers stretching from Riverton, Connecticut, stretching all the way down from Farmington, down for Waterbury, down for Denver, Connecticut, seeing heavy bands of rain showers from south of Waterbury, Connecticut, north of Naugatuck, stretching on Winsted and New Hartford, and all batches of heavy rain showers from Bridgewater, Connecticut, down for Brookfield, Connecticut, down for east of Denbury, and east of Ridgefield, Connecticut. And turning on to see where they're going. This is a cell. It's going to be headed towards the Avon, Windsor Locks, Windsor, and Hartford area. So you're next in these line of heavy band of rain showers. And this is going to be one cell from Palmer headed towards Sturbridge. So Sturbridge, you're next in these line of rain showers and headed towards Southbridge and Oxford. And there's another line of heavy rain showers. Ashburnham can be headed towards Fitchburg, Leominster, and Harvard. And this is another line of rain showers stretching all the way from Augusta, Maine, stretching all the way on mid-coast of down East Maine, and stretching up in the central portion of New Brunswick. Also seeing some rain showers in the north central portions of Maine, and stretching in the northwestern portions of New Brunswick, and a lot of rain showers stretching from northern and central portions of New Jersey down to southern New York, and stretching down Pennsylvania from Philadelphia, stretching on all the way down to Harrisburg and headed to Pittsburgh. A lot of rain showers stretching off the Carolinas and off the Georgia coast. And look at it, the radar around the country shows another band of heavy rain in the already flooded state of Texas. So Texas can't catch a break and see some heavy rain showers from northeastern portions of the Gulf of Mexico, stretching down the southeastern Texas Gulf Coast around south of Galveston around Houston, and a line of rain showers from west central Texas, curving around Oklahoma, and down for Arkansas, down for southern Missouri, down for western Kentucky and Tennessee, and a line of rain showers and source from north central Nebraska, stretching to the Dakotas, down for western Minnesota, stretching over the southern Manitoba, down to the Saskatchewan, and the northeastern portions of Alberta, and a lot of rain showers in the central portions of British Columbia. Alright. Take a look at the satellite loop, and it shows a lot of clouds coming in much of the northeast, right here, and an outline of clouds from the Great Lakes and Caribbean, Texas, and the western Gulf Coast and off the Mexican coast. Line of clouds from western Wisconsin, stretching around the Northern Plains and down to the Dakotas, down from northern Central Rockies, and up in the Nevada and southeast Oregon, down from southern Idaho, and a lot of clouds from Washington State at the sea, and then a line of clouds off the California coast. And the latest on Monty, tropical pressure body, cell location 35.8 to the north, 33.3 to the west. Map to stay with 35 miles, moving east northeast at 8 miles an hour. Latest public advisory body moving east northeastward and faster. There are no close waters waters effect. At 5 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the center of tropical pressure body was located due to latitude 35.8 to the north, longitude 33.3 to the west. The pressure is moving toward the east northeast at 8 miles an hour. And in turn toward the east, the increase in force speed is expected over the turn of 48 hours. Max saying was on near 35 miles an hour with a higher gust. Some trip it is possible today. And body could become a tropical storm. However, weekday should begin by tonight. However, and body is expected to be a post-tropical cyclone on Saturday. This has been with central pressure 1,006 millimeters, 271 inches. Storm surge, dangerous surf conditions are still possible along the portions of the North Carolina coast, including the Outer Banks front today. For information for particular area, please see products issued by your local National Weather Service office. And forecast discussion around the region. An approaching cold front will bring a few showers and thunderstorms today, mainly the west, doing weak high pressure builds in the region Saturday with summer-like temperatures and dry weather. Moderate rain Sunday and the Sunday night, perhaps every time, will turn cool early next week. The chance of the showers and thunderstorms perhaps start late next week. But the overall trend appears to be cool and unsettled weather to remain in early half of June. The day will start with widespread stratus and patchwork, and these clouds will slowly the road with weak wind field and shower mix, and where the likelihood occurs lifting cloud base later in the morning and afternoon. Boundary layer warms and may see some breaks of sunshine develop in the interior this afternoon. Radar showing a few showers across upstate New York to Vermont with the deep moisture accident in the RKI valleys, which moving in the region this morning. In addition to secondary showers across eastern Pennsylvania, as a mid-level shortwave, which moves about 12-18 Z. This will lead to an increased risk of a few scattered showers later in the morning, with in the afternoon there'll be some elevated instability which supports convective showers and a low risk of thunder. However, we'll have to watch the potential for surface-based convection later in the afternoon, mainly interior with a low level of theater ridge access as some of the high resolution guidance and suggestion of some late day convection. Instability is limited factor, but we get some sunshine maybe. SP capes of 501,003 kg. In western New England, models indicated 0.6 km shear around 30 knots. Later days, so cannot realize actually a strong storm of convection can fire, but the severe threat remains low given marginal instability. And highs will remain in the 70s, except for a few 60s along the coast due to immediate sea breezes. Alright, 7-day forecast will go like this. For today, slight chance of showers. Petrobras before 8 a.m. was most skies about 33 degrees. Calm and becoming 5 to 7 miles an afternoon. Chest reaching 20%. Tonight, Petrobras after 3 a.m. was most skies go about 57 degrees south. What about 6 miles becoming calm in the evening? So if you are going to the Norton High School graduation, which is at 7 p.m. tonight, up the street at the Xfinity Center out in Mansfield, 7 o'clock, we're going to have some podcast skies expected to have at 68 degrees. So, no weather worries in the weather department for the graduates of Norton High School tonight. Saturday, Petrobras before 9 a.m. was podcast skies at 83 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Saturday night, Petrobras after 3 a.m. was most skies go about 59 degrees. South about 6 miles coming after midnight. For Sunday, church rain, then rain likely possibly a thunderstorm after 3 p.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain. Class skies about 72 degrees. Southeast about 3 to 8 miles, anticipation 6%. Sunday night, rain possibly a thunderstorm, rain before 3 a.m. Then a church rain and thunderstorms after 3 a.m. Some storms could produce heavy rain. Petrobras after 11 p.m. Low around 62 degrees. Anticipation 8%. Monday, chance of rain before 7 a.m. Then a chance of showers between 7 a.m. and noon. Part size about 80 degrees. Chance of rain 40%. Monday night, part size about 6 degrees. So the weekend, my pick will be Saturday over Sunday for outdoor activities. Tuesday, both Saturday podcast got about 79, about 57 degrees. Wednesday, both Saturday podcast got about 74, about 53 degrees. And for Thursday, both sides got about 75 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day. Both of guys with possibly showers, but no big deal for the graduates of the 2016 Northern High School graduating class. And update on the radar. Before we leave for the Peter Channel morning news, it's a little rain ran stuff set to the rapture, stretching on western Pepperell and Leominster, with a heavy band headed towards the Fitchburg Leominster area, and another band of rain showers went in Ware area, and another line of rain showers from Winslet all the way down to Ridgefield, Connecticut. And again, the storm's going to be headed towards the northeast, headed towards Leominster is next. It's going to be headed towards Sturbridge and another line of cell, and another cell. It's supposed to be headed towards Hartford, but it's going to be headed towards the northeast, toward Winslocks. And another band of heavy rain showers going to be headed towards Bridgeport and down to Long Island Sound. And that's me for the Peter Channel morning news on this Thursday morning. On this Friday morning, June 3rd, 2016, I'm Peter Wiggins. I hope you have a good morning with a good body attitude, and I'll see you at 12 noon for a new time report. Have a good morning.